Levin, welcome to NOAH. Nimrod, Lehavi, welcome back.
Thank you, thank you.
So maybe we start this in a very simple version. What is Bitcoin?
Pretty simple. You want to start or I'll start?
You can start.
Okay, so Bitcoin is a digital currency, not virtual, it's digital. You can look at it as a kind of a cash substitute for the internet. I think that'll be the simplest
It's only for the internet?
No, but it's I think the simplest use case is just it's so simple to pay with it in the internet, unlike credit cards or any other means of payment.
And can you pay like with PayPal, just with the difference it's funny money? It's money though, it works.
It's like magic internet money.
Magic internet money.
There you go.
How many people use Bitcoins not as investor? Because whenever I read about it, it's about investment into Bitcoin, and I don't even understand what Bitcoins are. But how many people pay with Bitcoins today?
So the latest research is about 8% of Americans have and have used Bitcoin.
8% of Americans between 14 and 64, or do you have an absolute number, like
No.
10 million?
No.
It's definitely
There's
less
millions
than
of wallets out there.
And is
in
that
tens of
is
millions.
it growing strongly?
Yeah, every day you see new highs in transactions.
So Bitcoin is here to stay. Bitcoin matters. Tell me what you have to do with this Bitcoin, Mo.
So I have the world's largest venture-backed payment processor for Bitcoins. So for merchants, alongside accepting MasterCard or Visa, we help them accept Bitcoin. And we were built in 2011 to answer the problem where many people had Bitcoin but didn't have anywhere to spend it. So we built a product for merchants to accept Bitcoin but not be exposed to the volatility of the price.
Does Amazon accept Bitcoin?
Not yet.
Why do you think that is?
So we have companies like Expedia and Dell and Newegg, Tiger Direct, all companies are
Overstock.
accepting it. And we've made some amazing partnerships in the past with PayPal and Global Payments to power their Bitcoin acceptance.
Okay, so you are like a back-end processor and you get a transaction fee by enabling them to be part of the Bitcoin ecosystem.
Right, so because Bitcoin is free, we don't charge anything.
But how do you make money?
So we make money off the enterprise clients, and we also have growth capital led by Index Venture just to grow and expand and create an ecosystem where everybody is accepting Bitcoin. And then we plan on monetizing these merchants through premium products, but for now it's still early stage enough that we can just grow.
Interesting. Nimrod.
I think that if you look at the two main issues of a new currency, even if we put aside the question if it is a currency or an asset or whatever, the two sides are how do you get your hands on some and how do you spend them once you use them. So Bitpay is doing a tremendous job on allowing users to spend Bitcoins in tons of brands. I think it's in the hundreds of thousands of online websites, including some really big names like Expedia, Newegg, Overstock, places you can buy on a regular basis. And our company, Simplex, is going to allow you as a user to go to your favorite Bitcoin exchange or broker and pay with your credit card to buy some Bitcoins, which currently doesn't work.
Okay. And I mean, is this a competitive space?
Yeah, highly competitive. It wouldn't be a good space if there was no competition, right? We heard that earlier yesterday. It's a highly competitive space, and only the companies with the best tech will win out. I mean, it's a bit of a farce to have a Bitcoin conversation within 10 minutes. That's very hard because this feeds several conferences in and of itself. This is a highly competitive and tremendous tech going on in this ecosystem. Whether it's the wallet companies that allow people to store
Well, I just
Bitcoin.
remember I've done a lot of work for these loyalty systems where they did research that people only want to have 3 plastics in the wallet, and if you add it, then PayPal came along, obviously, and then you had companies, yeah, I guess Skrill from the whole gaming world, where you can have, as an online gambler, you can have a wallet, etc. But all these things took a long time to kind of settle in, and yeah, I guess people like PayPal as much that eBay spins it. Do you think the adoption of...
Yeah, I definitely think. I think that it's a very known fact, the value of free. It's, again, without getting into the smaller details, let's say it's free to transact Bitcoin. So it's basically you have an option to make a transaction in 0 time, 0 cost from one person to another, which you don't get in any other means. PayPal has a commission, Skrill has a commission, everybody else has a commission. And just because of that, by the way, many of the brands who are accepting Bitcoin using Bitpay are giving the clients who are paying with Bitcoin some of that discount because they don't need to wait for the money. They're receiving it basically like cash, unlike with a credit card company. They're not exposed to the chargeback risk of credit card transactions, so they're sharing their savings with the client, so the client is gaining a discount by paying with Bitcoin.
And what is your pitch? I mean, I'm not Bezos. I almost look like him. Convince me to take Bitcoin.
There's many reasons to accept Bitcoin. First, you will see instant increase in new customers coming to your site because you accept Bitcoin. There's this huge community with using a currency with a market cap of $5 billion that want to spend the Bitcoin. If you're accepting it, they'll come to you. And we see that time and time again with Overstock seeing 2 to 5% increase in revenue when they accept Bitcoin.
Overstock, the public American company.
Yeah.
They saw what? They saw a
2 to 5% increase in new revenue from Bitcoin users when they began accepting it. And, well, it depends what sort of company you have. If your company is appealing to Bitcoin users, which are traditionally 18 to 35 male tech entrepreneurs and tech guys, you'll do very well if you begin accepting Bitcoin. And we see that with electronics companies, travel, home delivery. All these companies do super well when they accept Bitcoin. And they also, from a PR perspective, position themselves in a much more innovative and tech-friendly
So what is the reason then not to accept it?
So this year has been sort of an education game where the story in the media has shifted from Bitcoin is good for drugs and hookers to now this is going to lead the innovation in finance and revolutionize and disrupt. So the question is moot because you need to accept Bitcoin.
So it's just a question of time.
It is a question of time, yeah, absolutely. And we see that just any trend and prediction on what's happening with online payments is shifting towards digital payments, digital currencies. See, the major trends are sort of alternative payment methods when you check out. Less and less are credit cards being chosen. Now it's Klarna, PayPal, Bitcoin.
Nimrod, tell us about the momentum of your firm. I think you recently raised money.
Yep. So we started in March. We raised 1 million. We're hopefully launching in 2 to 3 weeks with the first partners. And I'm hoping that in a few months you'll be able to buy with your credit card pretty much anywhere. Buy Bitcoins, that is.
And so you buy with a credit card, so but there are still fees, no?
There's still fees, just like, let's say you want to buy dollars when you go to the States. So you pay euros and you get dollars, or you pay pounds and you get dollars. So exactly the same.
It's an FX.
Yeah, exactly. It's but basically you pay the FX commission to us, and then you have Bitcoin, which you're free to spend basically anywhere, because worldwide there are stores and websites selling for Bitcoin.
Okay. Can we ask a Bitcoin question?
Sure.
Who has bought anything in this room with Bitcoin?
Yeah, quite a lot.
There.
Quite a lot.
There's a lot of Bitcoins here. Look at that.
Very nice.
So that's like a 15% Bitcoin penetration, maybe.
Yeah. I wonder what the penetration would be last year. We could draw some graphs.
Shall we ask the question?
Yeah, how many people have bought something within the last year with Bitcoin? It's every person that put up their hand. And next year, the whole crowd will. And next year, this room will be full and we'll have a 2-hour keynote.
Thank you, sir.
Very good.
Thanks very much.
Super.